Hello everyone and welcome to T-Bag Channel. So, today's video is about RHOBH newbie Sheree Zampino. Recently, she just did an interview with Behind the Velvet Rope, and she expressed her true feelings about her co-stars on Beverly Hills. As we all know, she is Garcelle Bouvet's friend of the show, but to many fans' surprise and dismay, she's getting along with girls that Garcelle doesn't usually get along with, and a lot of fans are slowly turning on her. Now, Sheree did give Garcelle credit and say that Garcelle did not put any of her baggage onto her. She just threw her to the wolves without telling her any kind of tea about the other ladies and kind of, persuading her view. So she allowed her to form her own opinions, which is a good thing. But I'm going to let you hear some of Sheree's opinions, and a lot of fans are not taking too kindly of it because they don't agree with Sheree's opinions. Sheree has said things such as Lisa Rinna has a maternal side, and that Erica Jane takes responsibility, that Dorit is extremely sweet, that Diana has the best fashion sense, and that Diana is the most authentic. And she also said that Sutton is interesting, which is not quite a compliment.
Actually, I was pleasantly surprised. I liked the ladies. I do.
Who shocked you, or who was like the most different than like kind of what, you were trying not to be preconceived, but you watched it. So you must have had some, like, who was kind of the most different?
I would say Erica. When I say the most different, I mean from what I thought she was to what I felt she was when I was actually in her presence and doing. I liked her. I respect her. I respect somebody who is honest and who's transparent and who's like, this is what it is, and puts it out there. And then I also like the fact that she takes responsibility. I like if she offends somebody or she says she will apologize, that's what I saw. That was my experience. Yes, I've seen episodes where it did not look like she did any of that, but my experience with her was not, from the previous seasons. It was just, I thought she was fair. I thought she was real. And Diana, same thing, super real, and I mean, I didn't have any, because this is Diana's first season, so I didn't know who she was at all. But yeah, but the ladies were fun.
What was your first impression, I guess, of like some of the others, like Kyle, Lisa Rinna? Like, what was your first impression of working with them?
Kyle is Kyle. I mean, Kyle is Kyle. I gotta leave that as Kyle is Kyle. She's Kyle. She's everything I experienced prior to being on the show. So she was the one for me that was the truest to her TV persona. It's Kyle.
Right.
Who else?
Lisa Rinna.
Yeah, Lisa, it's funny because I saw a side to her that I thought was so maternal. I mean, very maternal. Like, I don't want to, when does this air? Because I don't want to give a spoiler alert.
It's going to air probably 2 weeks at least from right now. So you're probably not giving any spoiler alerts.
Because I don't know, honestly, you never know what they're going to use and what they're not going to use. But she was baking cookies for us. We were at her house, filming. And she's baking cookies and she's running around, her little hair and, bouncing around, making sure everybody's, cup is full and they have enough to eat. And like the cookies are coming out. And I was like, oh my God, like, she's like a grandma, because for me, my grandmother was so nurturing. Like, I just think of just that energy to take care of everybody. And I said to her, oh my God, I said, you're a grandma in a hottie body. And she did not take kindly to that. And I said, oh my God, no. I said, I mean this as a compliment. I mean, I guess you hear the word grandma and, instantly you think somebody is calling you, I don't know, some older,
I guess.
older, but I just meant it in a very much, she's very maternal. So I was surprised by that.
Yeah, that's not, I think, what we think of Lisa Rinna as. What about
Right.
Sutton and Dorit? What were your first impressions?
Well, Sutton I had met before. I met Sutton through Garcelle filming
Right.
in the prior seasons. Sutton was, she's kind of, she's fun. She's interesting. I would say she's interesting. And so Sutton was Sutton. Dorit was, I thought Dorit was very sweet. I thought she was very sweet, and of course my heart went out to her because of what she had to endure. But I thought she was very sweet. And I didn't know if because she comes with all her designer stuff from head to toe. So, you just never know which people are going to make that stuff mean when they walk in a room. And she was so nice. She was really kind and really sweet.
Whose fashion? I mean, you say you're a fashion girl. We talk fashion, like just that, whose fashion are you most in awe of, so to speak, out of your castmates?
It would have to be Diana's. I mean, ridiculous. Like just the best of, like just ridiculous.
You look at those
like
bags.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
You're like, wait a second, what bag is that? And like, she's just like, oh, what? Like this bag. And you're like, wait, sweetie, like, let's back up just 5 minutes.
She's someone that I thought was interesting because it's like, she's got money, but money doesn't have her. I was very impressed with that.
And a lot of people say the opposite from what they're watching. They're saying, which, that's a big criticism of her. She's all about the money. All she cares about is money. All she talks about, you're saying the opposite.
I thought it was just, in my experience, it was just the opposite, and sometimes when you come, she's, when you're hundreds of millions, people already have preconceived notions about you because in many respects, you're unrelatable. To most people, you're going to be unrelatable, but she's just, I just thought she was just, like I said, so real, and she has it, but it doesn't have her. She just shows up. And I thought she was very authentic and very real. And she's the kind of person you're going to know exactly where you stand. I like that. Some people don't want that. Some people want you to be phony to them. And you know what I mean? I don't want that. I want to know exactly who you are. Don't present one thing and then behind my back, be you. And I'm New York. So that's kind of our get down. That's the way we do things.
I was just going to say, well, I'm from New York, honey. So you could tell me, just say it to my face. I don't care how harsh it is. And let's move on. Like I'm over something in like 10 seconds. If we just hash this out, why are we even talking about this now? That was 3 minutes ago. Let's move on.
Absolutely. We can agree to disagree. I can respect you and not really care for you. That you're just not my people, but I respect you.
Right.
Because I know exactly where I like that. I like that in a person.
And that's what you got from Diana.
Yes, that's exactly what I got from Diane.
So by the interview, it seems like she's not all the way Team Sutton like Garcelle. I personally think it's a good thing. I think it's great that Sheree has her own mind, her own opinions, and that she's not allowing, past seasons or her friendship with Garcelle to dictate her views of the women, and that she is forming everything authentically, organically. But a lot of fans in the Behind the Velvet Rope podcast comments feel like Sheree might turn on Garcelle later in the season. They feel like she's trying to get in with the Fox Force 5. I don't know if I get that, but let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Ciao.